Hello everybody, Alexander Gill here. Hope you're keeping well and being kind to yourself in these times. Apologies I've been away for a little while, I just haven't had much engagement, so I'm not sure what people want to see or hear. So I've decided to do a few things that I'm going to be talking about just to build up and teach about what I've been learning anyway. We're currently going through a pandemic, a second lockdown. If you put it on paper, it actually sounds a bit like a prison sentence. Here in Melbourne, I'm not sure about anyone else. All over the world, there's obviously it's a testing time, and so I'm going to be talking about patience today. So in this time, we're currently in a 8 hour, a 5 kilometer lockdown, 8 p.m. curfew, 1 hour a day, and masks. And I don't know about you, but when you've got a beard, it's quite hard because it covers here and it just takes away all your breath. So yeah, in that realm, we're all having to practice patience. Patience, yeah, it can be seen as a virtue, but it's also one of the essential skills for success. And for myself, I'm blessed to have had a father like I did. Still do. He's still around. Okay, not to throw that out there, but yeah, he suffered cancer in 4 different places. Recovered. Was a great man. But he taught me a lot about patience. And this man, he would let things. He's very phlegmatic in his ways and temperament. However, he's always taught me to give yourself time, because at the end of the day, patience is growing up. And one definition of maturity is learning to delay pressures or pleasures. Sorry. So a lot of these days we're in that instant society, Instagram, everything's microwave. It's like, hey, I'm hungry. I'll just get on my app and order something, and it's here in 2 minutes. It's a very different way. However, patience, if you've ever heard of the Aesop Fable, so Aesop was an ancient Greek that would talk about fables and stories, and they taught us a lot about modern day society, actually. I love philosophy, but what I learned from that is the Aesop's fable about the golden goose and the egg. And so it was basically back in the day, there was farmers and they had this goose, and the goose would lay these golden eggs, and it would give you one golden egg per day. And so the husband and the wife, the farmer, they started accumulating their golden eggs, and obviously they started to steadily increase their wealth. And what happened is that they were able to buy and they were able to barter, and suddenly there was more of a demand. So what happened was that they started to endure greed. And what happened was that they thought that there was gold inside the goose. So what did they do? They cut the goose open, obviously killed the supply of these golden eggs, and lo and behold, there was no gold inside the goose. And what does that teach us? It teaches us that you have to have patience. You've got to give yourself time to succeed. Because in patience, that is born of power, has at its center intensity, hope, vision, and diligence. Because at the end of the day, we have to give ourselves time to succeed, because that's what will make you rich, not only in life but also relationships. Is willing to let intensity have time to create momentum. It's the willingness to be diligent over a period of time to get to the goal of vision that you laid out for yourself. And it's a fruit of your trials. I mean, it's very hard. Like at the moment, we're in coming up to week 25 of lockdown, and we're all having to practice patience. However, what's your mentality saying? Are you saying, I get to stay in my house and be in my environment and set things up for myself? Or are you saying I have to? Because your perception, it actually comes from your patience. So at the end of the day, it's obviously a testing time, but perspective comes from your patience. It's having the nobility to wait because the result is more important than personal pleasure in the meantime. And patience that can endure is power. It's a strength of character which gives you the ability to endure. And so it's really about giving yourself time to succeed, not going to the stage of apathy, but it's one of the most crucial traits you can have as a human. And so yeah, COVID, pandemic, we're having to be patient, and we're having to really be okay being in our own thoughts and being in our own presence. But at the same time, it's okay. You are fallible. The perfection of humanity is that we are imperfect. So I just wanted to share some of the things I've been learning lately, some of the thoughts, and wanted to leave you on a bit of a quote. So I don't know if you can see behind me. that side. I've got my quotes wall, and yeah, I've been learning a lot in this time because at the end of the day, you can come out of this a new person. You can upgrade this thing between your ears because it's a tool. And so I hope everyone's being kind to himself, learning something, adding to the world, because at the end of the day, that's where contentment can come from, and I can do another talk on that also. So I wanted to leave you with what Henry Ford and Edison actually used to say, and that is that if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And so I hope you're all deciding to be kind to yourself, but actually being proactive, because everyone's saying let's just relax, but do something to upgrade that thing between your ears. Get to know who you are, and yeah, I look forward to pushing some more of these out. Cheers. Oh yeah, and if you want to see anything or comment, please do, because I don't have any feedback, so I want to know what people like, what they don't, what they want to see. So yeah, cheers.